We're recording.
Hello. Oh, welcome to another Sun Dragon Side-by-Sideshow.
The Adventures of Liz and Rebecca.
Adventures keep happening. Oh boy.
Oh,
I'm Rebecca. I am the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in Brevard, North Carolina.
I'm Liz. I'm the minion at Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in Brevard, North Carolina. Currently telecommuting to work.
Yay! Hopefully, maybe not for too much longer, but we have to figure out the social distancing in the shop when she comes back. I am getting distracted by my hair again.
Bill.
I gotta fix one thing. We'll talk. Here's my issue. I'm gonna explain to everyone what my issue is. So I'm on I'm washing my hair twice a week, showering every day, washing my hair twice a week. And I'm on tomorrow's a hair washing day. So as I go, I'm finding new and creative ways to do my hair, and the layers don't like the pigtails.
Sooner or later, it'll all be grown out, and you can do whatever you want.
I can actually do fun, crazy things. Okay, I got sticky out pigtails now that maybe won't totally come undone. Okay, moving on. I've been trying to adjust to having my hair up anyway. It's just, I'm not used to it, but I don't like having hair in my face and having to worry about where it's going and what it's doing. And anyway.
Yeah,
You're always better with the hair, only on occasion, or knowing what to do with it up, because you put it up a lot.
I put it up a lot. So
yeah.
I've kind of learned what works, or every now and then I forget how I did it last summer, and
Well, and for people who haven't visited the shop, the routine is if Liz comes in and her hair is still drying and it's down, the second someone says, "Oh, how's your hair's down? It looks pretty,"
I put it up.
That's the trigger. It goes up. So.
Yeah.
Don't tell Liz her hair looks pretty down, or you won't never see it down again.
That's true. Oh no, don't put it up. It looks so cute. Rebecca, I'm buying another set of double points because I didn't bring anything to put my hair up with.
Oh, yeah. I'm you need what? Yeah. Oh, you're talking about a story. Never mind.
Yeah, sorry.
She uses double points and shawl pins more to put her hair up than to actually knit with. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, once again, only a little bit of an idea of a plan. I had new Cocoknits come in yesterday.
We were so excited.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if we want to show off Cocoknits or we want to start. Usually we start with a project check-in, so we can do that first.
Okay.
I will say, I saw this cartoon someone shared on Facebook about setting up for a Zoom meeting, and it was a couch, and there's a little spot in the middle where it's clean, and there's piles of stuff all over the couch everywhere else that's not in screen view. That's what my table looks like right now.
My sewing table where I, do this. It's got yarn on one side and masky things on the other side. And there's a pin cushion thrown in there somewhere. And I can't forget my little ice tray thing from IKEA that my phone sits in. So it's either under my phone or tossed. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And squiggles and wiggles are laying in here too.
Oh, squiggles and wiggles.
Squiggles
They're
and
creepy.
wiggles.
I had to take a bunch of packages to the post office this morning because we had a lot of people buy stuff online last night. Thank you so much. But it means it is 10 o'clock right now. So I'm almost expecting we'll have a phone call or two possibly while we're filming. And I will just let Liz vamp while I take a message. But no, I have stuff left over from going to the post office. My post office station is on the other side of the shop. It's over where the teaching table was. And I've got my purse and things here from running into being let's film. And then I still have the pile of Mayu lace is over here. And on top of that are all the boxes of, that we're going to be unboxing and showing y'all. I kind of sliced them open yesterday and went, ooh, and left them there. So yeah. But let's do our check-in about what we're working on. Shocker. What is Liz working on?
This one is Papillon number, I don't know. I've got this one, I'm doing it. It kind of is sheer because I'm doing it in sport weight on size 9 needles. And it's Liana and which is a nylon linen blend.
I have a skein somewhere.
It's not necessarily a blend. It's like linen with a strand of nylon wrapped around it. It looks really cool.
This is a different color than Liz is using, but this is what it looks like in the skein.
And then I'm mixing it with the Euroflax. Anyway, this is, it's hard to kind of tell because it's almost sheer, which will be perfect for summer. Oh, she went to go get the Euroflax. So
it's so wow. So this is Euroflax, which is linen.
Yep.
100% linen, and this is the linen blend. These are not the colors that Liz is using, by the way.
I'm using a gray and a blue teal.
Yeah.
So this is...
That's going to be so pretty. It's going to look so different.
Yeah, it looks almost like a sheer butterfly. I like it.
Yeah.
And then I'm also... This one I started during knit night on Tuesday. I am doing a cotton one that's kind of a worstedy Aran weight, and it is Cascade 220 and the Cairns, and this is what it looks like.
That's so pretty. And you've gotten into some of the lighter sections of that because we were showing it off.
Yeah,
maybe on the sideshow.
Yeah, it's
that far.
I picked a dark contrast color, so like it kind of blends in with some of the yarn, but I like it. It'll be dark and broody with pops of yay. So
okay,
yeah, that's what I've got going
I'm taking
on.
notes.
My goal is every time I sit down back here to work through at least try and work through some on all of my Papillons so that I'm not,
And we have hopes and dreams of doing more kits like CasaPinka Breathe and Hope is what I'm going to show off the little bit I've done. And those kits, we call them kits. It's yarn combos. You have to get the rest of the supplies yourself. It's not a full kit. We can do that if you want. We can supplement. But it's hard to do full kits for things like patterns and needles and everything else. With the needle thing, some people need the needles. Some people already have them. So I got to take a phone call.
There's the phone.
Yeah, there's the phone. So, hey, can you try to talk about what you remember of what the needles and why we would not include a pattern? I'll be right back.
Most of the time, the reason we don't include 90 whatever % of the time, the reason we don't include the pattern is it's a pay pattern, and those need to go through Ravelry or whatever so that the author of the pattern can get their money for all their hard work that they put into it. Needle sizes are so everybody picks a pattern, and sometimes they use the right needle sizes or the needle size suggested, and sometimes they're like me and go, yeah, no. So sometimes it's a gauge thing, like if you're doing a sweater or it's a sweater kit, you have to do a gauge. So you could go through 3 or 4 different sets of needles trying to find the right match for the pattern. Think gaugey for needles and pay pattern.
Yeah, patterns, it's hard
pattern,
to get the money to the person who's written it appropriately. So usually we'll buy the pattern alongside it, or we'll have you buy the pattern yourself. Yeah. So, but we want to start suggesting pattern color combos for people who don't want to pick out their own color combos or want to just trust us because Liz is amazing at picking them out. Liz is over there. Okay. But so we want to start putting kits together for the Papillon and for other things too. We want to put combos together so you can just say, ooh, I want that. click buy. And I think Papillons, like the Papillons written for fingering weight. So we want to do those. I've mentioned this, I think, on another show, or it was Knit Night. I can't remember anymore.
Yeah.
And we'd love to do some Liz kits where it's different weights, different needles, things like that. That'll probably be in its own listing. And Liz has to test a lot of it out first, and we need to explain more what to do with that. I think.
I scrolled through some of the Papillon the projects last night, and I type in worsted or whatever, and I'm like, why is that worsted weight shawl half the size of mine? Like it's big, but it's nowhere near the size of mine. It's because she used a size 8 needle.
Yeah, she used the size that the yarn's written for.
Yeah. And
but the Papillon itself goes up a few sizes for the, you know, it's all relative, right?
And a lot of people would, if they were doing it in worsted weight on a bigger needle, they were like, I'm only doing the end of section 2 because it'll be too big to wear. I don't believe that is ever an issue.
Cocoon yourself.
So, yeah. So like we can put, you know, minion sized kits, but know that if you go down a needle size, you can get a smaller, you know, heavier weight, whatever. So yeah.
And I wanted to address one other thing. I'm going to feel a little rushed today because it's after 10, but we'll try. That we had, shout out to Becky. Becky was like, we need to find Liz some new patterns, you know, like, and she probably didn't mean it that way. She probably meant it really fun and joking. Have we mentioned it's hard to infer tone in something that is typed? But we were laughing about that because it's not that you can't find something new to do, right?
Oh no, my Ravelry library and favorites is full of everybody's ideas that I should try. Like, I'm like, ooh, that sounds awesome. I'll save it. I have sweaters I've dabbled in. I have a few go-to patterns, and I'm not very adventurous with food. I'm not very adventurous with like clothes. I mean, you know, there's me.
This is like comfort knitting for you right now.
This is so comfort. I'm so used to the pattern. It is everything I've ever wanted from a pattern. It's a little bit of fun, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's all garter place. And it's a triangle that I can make ginormous. It is the most yardage that I can jam pack into a ginormous shawl. It's my happy place. Like, sure, I could go look for another pattern, but they're never going to use as much yarn. A lot of them throw purling in there, and I have to go, yeah, no. And so it's just right now, this is where I'm so happy. Like,
so you're going to keep making them. That's awesome.
I need a huge kaleidoscope to get through, you know. Well, I'll get tired of them. I know I'll get tired of them, but right now,
eventually you'll do something else. But, you know, and someone else was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's episode 21 already. And this is episode 22, by the way.
Yeah.
And yeah, but that's still, we do 2 a week. So that's still only like a month and a half that you've been obsessed with the Papillon. Like,
yeah,
take time to get so tired of it, and maybe never. But I wanted to show off. So I haven't had much time to work on anything because, you know, life and
it's been crazy.
The online shop takes a lot more work than you might realize. I got to take another quick message. I want to show this off though. So vamp, Liz, vamp.
I don't know what to talk about. Yeah. Eventually, I'll try other patterns. I've done mosaic. I've dabbled in like so many other things. Generally, I have to change everything to garter because, you know, that's how I go. And bigger needles. Love bigger needles. And yeah, I don't know how to do this without Rebecca. It's so sad. It's a good thing she's almost done with the phone. Because people are like,
people aren't hearing phone numbers I'm taking down.
Talk all by herself. No.
Okay.
It's so, yeah.
This is what I wanted to show. I got through it's called section 2. It's the first real section of the CasaPinka Breathe
You've done
and Hope.
work.
but it's short rows still. It's only like 60 stitches, which for me is short. So this is section 3. It's mosaic, which means even though it looks like there's 2 colors on one row, you're only dealing with one color at a time and slipping the other color. I just wanted to show it off a little bit. There's still 2 kits of this left. I had this craziness where I thought I sent an email out on Sunday about last chance to buy CasaPinka kits. I was so like, I got to get this email out early. And I opened up my email system, my mass email newsletter system yesterday. And it said it was still a draft and it hadn't sent. And I was deflated. I was like, oh my gosh, no, I touched my face. I was so upset. And, so I sent it out last night trying to fix all the, okay, you can't get the CasaPinka pattern free anymore, but we still have these kits. And I was so deflated. I forgot to change the title of the email, so it was kind of misleading. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, everyone out there. I'm trying so hard. The online shop is a lot more work than it looks like. And, but I'm only in here 2 days a week, Liz. So, I had like 5 or 6 people buy kits last night, which blew me away. And thank you so much. But, I still have 2 of this left. I still have more combos up. I can't give away codes for a free pattern anymore, though. I want to make that really clear. So I'm loving how this, you can't even really see how variegated the white is, but we should be able to see it soon up here. So
I just had an apostrophe. The
funny story about this. What? Go ahead.
The CasaPinka kits will also work for the Delphinia,
which is what I'm wearing. Ooh. A shawl that takes 2 skeins, 1 variegated, 1 solid. I'm not getting up because there's not enough time.
Yeah.
And we'll post this. This is really fun. These colors I'm out of that I'm wearing. But here's my funny story about this though. So the CasaPinka one, you do this section on a 4 and then this section up here on a 6. And I was like, I couldn't find my 4 tips. So I was doing that on what I just got Papillon off of. And I have 6 tips. I'll be fine. Here are my 6 tips that I put. The only cord I had that was long enough is my 60-inch cord from a blanket. So I'm making, you see this? I'm making this 60 stitch or 65 stitch maybe by this point on a really long cord.
Nope, I've never experienced that.
It's silly. Okay, since I have yarn fuzz in my nose and at least a couple people to call back, I want to try to do a little bit of unboxing and then we got to go. So I'm sorry, I don't mean to rush it, everybody. We'll be back on Tuesday. Watch us a couple times and it'll feel like a longer episode. And oh, hang on.
It's the postman. Postwoman. And of course she leaves and I don't know what to talk about. Yes, we'll be back on Tuesday and hopefully life will be normal and Rebecca won't leave me by myself and I don't know. I'm still knitting and I can't wait for the unboxing because I haven't seen it either. And
so the reason we're unboxing on a not VSC
is because I haven't seen it.
I got a thing I got to look at later. Anyway, I'm not gonna look at that now. If she hasn't, and well, we've already talked about a lot of Cocoknits on a VSC.
Yeah.
And so, okay, first box. So we're just showing them off here. I have gotten our stitch fixers back in stock. We only had 1 of these.
They are awesome.
Glorified crochet hook on both ends, so it's really good for fixing garter stitches. If someone's like, how do you do that? We can talk about it on another episode. So they come in these cute boxes. This one says mini on it, which means it's the mini stitch markers.
Little bitty, teeny, tiny.
They actually fit on up to a size 7 needle. So they say mini, but they fit up to an almost medium, you know. They fit snugly on a 7. My Papillon
I actually
using these.
own some of those, which is so weird.
What?
I actually own some of those, even though, you know.
They're mini.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I'm just whipping through these. This one, I think I've already sent one of these out because someone ordered one this week. This one looks like the same box, but these are the hang on. What I love about Cocoknits is they have the actual size of the stitch marker on the top, printed on the top. So they're not black inside. They're rainbow, like the tops, like the little dots above, but small,
medium. Regular. And those are my happy place. I probably have 5 boxes.
They fit up to a size 13, but it's snug on the 13. If you want extra space, use them on a smaller needle.
Yep.
Try to make sure I don't put them back in the wrong box. Okay, so my pile of boxes is going from one side of the table to the other. What to do next? Ooh, I got 2 of these boxes, which have this inside.
I know what those are.
She knows what these are. Flight of stitch markers.
It's the flight. I love them.
This is all the stuff inside. Actual size, by the way. And it's a little magnetic fold that you can open up. And look how cute they are. One's upside down, apparently. It's all good. But each one has its own little vial that you can open and close and keep them in. Really good value for these. I don't have prices up, but the prices are on our shop and they're on our VSC where we talked about these originally. They are all coated, plastic coated metal, like steel, except for the open close stitch markers, which I couldn't get in this order because here's my second box of that, by the way, because they weren't in stock, but I got an email today saying they're in stock. So I need to order some. Those are actually painted because they're so thin. They're like the safety pin looking ones.
They are awesome.
So they can function better. Before I get to the Maker's Keep, the grand reveal, I also invested in these this time. These are the split ring ones that you can move on and off. I hadn't carried these before. I think they're more pastel colors. But I have them in stock now. So if you want, these work for crocheters and they're removable.
Yeah, I like them for, you can slip them over your cords, your cables, the thingies that attach your needles. You can slip them over, like if you forgot to put a thing, you can just slide them through. They're
so
I like them.
I got these are the last things we'll talk about and then we'll have to wrap up for today. But we were almost out of the Maker's Keep in chartreuse, which is a very in color. This is the color of yours, right? I think
that's the color of mine.
So these, I don't even know where my open stitch markers are, but these are, you can use all the metal stuff with these. You put these on. Don't whack them on unless you don't want to hurt your
scissors, needles, cable needles, repair hooks.
Flatten it, and then you can put it on, and you can keep stuff right there.
Yes.
Chartreuse.
It does not work on aluminum.
Aluminum.
Yes.
Yes, heavy metal. Yes. Aluminum is not magnetic. So we got more of the chartreuse in. We still have a couple of grays. And we got 2 new colors.
Ew.
We got, I'm trying to get them out. We got Robin's Egg, which is blue.
Oh my gosh, that is so pretty.
Pretty. I feel like the one that Amanda has, I don't know if it's the Robin Egg or if there's another blue, but there's the
hers looks a little darker.
Hers look darker, which might mean that there's a darker blue that I'm not aware of or that was discontinued. I don't know. We'll have to ask her. And then we also got Hyacinth, which is a pink.
Ooh.
Not pretty. So we have neutral gray, and we can get more of the neutral gray in if you want that, and we run out. We've got is not going to fit quite as well around a really, really meaty part there. These are the other 3 colors that we have: chartreuse, robin's egg, hyacinth. And
I like it.
so pretty. And you actually can get almost like a whole case worth of stitch markers to sit on top of there and stay attached. So you can find them again when you are working on your stuff. So anyway, isn't that fun? We'll put this one back on again. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm hoping to order the open close rainbow stitch markers soon. And yeah, I probably have to take this off to work today. But but I think I've already.
You want to buy a watch?
What?
You want to buy a watch?
They look like a fake watch. This is my real watch. These are my fake ones. I think they might already be available on the website. I might not have put pictures up for everything, but you know, they are super cool and super awesome. So that was a combo QVC VSC sideshow.
I haven't gotten to see them because I'm not there to unbox them. Normally that's my job.
I have all the fun. No, not really. All right, I have to call at least 2 people back before my my Zoom appointment with Shia. Shout out to Shia. I might not be able to get this up until after my appointment with Shia. So I apologize to everyone if we're late today with posting the sideshow, but we'll try. So it's been a crazy few weeks, and we thank you all for your support, and we hope everyone's staying home and staying safe, or just taking precautions, you know, so, and surviving. That's what we're trying to do too. So we miss you and we love you, and subscribe if you haven't already.
Stay tuned for more adventures of Liz and Rebecca.
Yes, I don't want to steal Liz's thunder on that. And yeah. I'm just gonna.
We miss you.
We do. We really do miss you. And yeah, this one's falling off. I'm gonna just take it off because yeah. We miss you. I'm getting distracted. I need to go work now. Bye.
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 We'll see you next week.